We are live. Welcome. Divine greetings, beautiful kings and queens, friends and family from all over the world. I am so excited today to be sharing with you three coming in soon, beautiful queens, Queen Carrie and Queen Terry, that today we're going to share about regenerative health with you. These two queens have been going through their own transformation and have been really healing themselves naturally with the help of food. Is what I talk about all the time, that we can heal ourselves. We have the power within to transform our life, transform our reality, whatever it is we're struggling with, whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, we have the power. And I am so excited to be joining forces and locking arms with these incredible pioneers, these health warriors that will share a little bit with you today. They'll be able to put in words what my experience has been, really. I'll share a little bit about my journey coming into health. A lot of you may know, but a lot of you may not know some of the tricks I've had up my sleeve. And it is time for me to share them because I have received a lot of support, as much from people, but as much from certain foods that I put into my body that helped me to not feel so depleted. I was struggling for a long time to go to raw foods. I wanted to go raw for a long, long time, but until I really realized that my body wasn't being nourished properly, I wasn't getting the nutrients I needed. The soil in which all the food is grown that I was consuming is completely, void of so many nutrients that I needed. So that's what happened 8 years ago. I was introduced to these superfoods, and I went on a 30-day transformation. And that's when I really had the light bulb go off in my mind, and in my body was like, this is how good we can feel. My bowels were getting better. My skin started clearing. I let go of addictions too. It helped me overcome the cigarettes. It helped me overcome the alcohol, the coffee, all of that. So it was an up level in my body, and also energetically. I was able to sleep better. My dreams became more sound, like more vivid. Just my depression lifted, and I was on so many antidepressants, so many different pills, and I was able to come off of them with the help of these foods that are grown in a regenerative manner. And I've kind of kept it to myself, because I was shy. I was like, oh no, I don't know, but like I knew how good it felt, and I was talking, to my surroundings, to my direct surroundings. So my dad has been on them for a long time. My daughter has been on them for a long time, but I had that like block of coming out, and so this is a bit my coming out party in a way. I'm here to share with the world. Whoever resonates with this, whoever wants to transform their life, here it is, and I have it for you. And I'm happy to support you. And this is another way that I will expand my offerings and be able to help more people in transitioning or getting on juice cleanses. Also, I notice a lot of people are struggling to get on the juice cleanse. They want a juice cleanse, they want a fruit feast, but there's something missing. So this is the missing link to being able to go to that next level. And it's sustainable. Like you can continue being on them for life. This is something that's becomes a lifestyle, and I'm so in love with it. And I'm so ready to share it. So thank you so much, beautiful queens, for being here with us. Hi, Queen Carrie.
Hi.
Would you like to start? You are the one that has gathered us all here today. So we'd love to hear from you. I've been admiring you and just really, really loving everything you're doing and all the people that you've been helping.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me on. So yeah, my name is Carrie Drinkwine, and I am a certified regenerative detox specialist as well. And I work with clinical herbalism. I own Wise Wellness Clinic, as well as the Institute of Regenerative Health. And that was all made possible by Purium, actually. So a little bit about my story is I was very similar to Aline, really having this experience of just like, even like helping people get well with these protocols, with whole foods, with fruits and berries, with herbs, but seeing the difficulty of people really sticking with it or feeling satiated and supported enough to get through the transformation, to get through the protocol that you're putting them on. And then I used to have autoimmune disease. So I reversed 3 autoimmune diseases by working with the amazing Carrie Tidwell that you're going to hear from next. And I was diagnosed with Hashimoto, lupus, and fibromyalgia. as well as unexplained infertility and adrenal fatigue and on, right? And so when I was able to reverse these, this is what really propelled me into learning everything I could to get into this field. And I slowly built my practice. And now I own this beautiful holistic clinic that is so busy, and all by word of mouth referrals because the work works. But what I want to share with that is that it was about like 4 years ago now, almost 3.5 years ago. I was postpartum. I reversed all my autoimmune. I birthed an amazing, beautiful baby girl, but unfortunately, due to some financial unexpected circumstances, had to go right back to work. And with that, what happened is I was 7 months postpartum, and I was losing like all my hair. Like it was coming out in like handfuls in the shower, which if you're watching this, that's a very emotional experience if anybody's gone through hair loss. And my skin elasticity was going, and I started really sinking into like feeling the postpartum blues, and I couldn't make sense of it because I was on the same diet that I reversed my autoimmune on. So I was like, what am I doing wrong? What am I missing? Like, this can't just be postpartum. This is common, but this is not normal. And, you know, I remember going to my primary physician. She's like, yeah, this is what happens after birth. And I'm like, no, you shouldn't lose half your head of hair. Like, something is off. And I felt like I just was depleted. Like I couldn't figure out what I was missing. And I was juicing every day. I was eating all organic. I was taking nourishing supportive herbs like nettles. And this is what really kind of started spinning the wheels for me to look at the nutrient content in our food. And I started kind of like looking up soil health. And this is where I actually found the work of Dr. Zach Bush and started to learn about glyphosate. And I knew organic was better, but I didn't really fully understand the amplitude or the effect of glyphosate and pesticides. I thought, you know, you get a good fruit and veggie wash it off, right? Well, it turns out that you can't wash it off. It's a water-soluble chemical, and it's neurotoxic and carcinogenic. It's actually patented as an oral antibiotic, and it destroys not only life in the human and our gut microbiome, it tears holes in our tight junctions in our gut lining, but it also destroys the soil, and it destroys the plant's ability to fold its proteins. It's through a pathway called the shikimate pathway. And so I started like going down this rabbit hole of information and being like, oh my gosh, we have a very big problem, realizing that 75% of our air, food, and water systems are inundated with this chemical. Our plants are nutrientless. I learned that less than 1% of the United States soil is denutrient dense, and across the world, it's not much higher. And I realized in that moment, like, oh my gosh, like we do have to supplement. And I've been teaching everyone, just eat whole foods. Eat whole foods, take herbs, juice, you know, so there was like this moment of like, I was wrong. But we are really working, like Purium is really working to like make that our reality, that like whole foods is going to be our reality. Because if we can repair the soil, then we can all eat from the land again, and when we can farm in the proper way. So fast forward, I started searching for a solution, and I was actually introduced to Purium by a fellow colleague, Rita Jean, that I actually met in Costa Rica through Carrie Tidwell. We were on a permaculture farm doing a fruit festival and sharing our knowledge and learning at the same time. And so I really trusted her fully with her background in regenerative detox and permaculture and herbalism. And so I decided to take my skeptical eye and take a look at it, because I was researching like so many companies, Premier Research Labs, like all these places to find a solution for a supplementation to have for my people at my clinic. And when Purium was introduced to me, I was in this, you know, desperate place. Like I was not well. I was teaching people that suffering was optional, and I was losing all my livelihood, and both physically and financially. Like there was a lot going on in that time in my life that had come up with some unexpected medical bills, and I ended up having to be back at work so fast. So I thought the combo of stress and lack of nutrition turned into a really big situation in my body. So I took a leap of faith. I decided to purchase my superfood kit and just give it a whirl. I was like, I'm just going to see how it goes. Day 2, I noticed a difference. Day 2, I was like, wow, like I didn't even think about my afternoon raw vegan chocolate smoothie that I like. And it's like, that's my like pick me up go-to. And I was like, had energy when I came home, and my gut was even better. And I was sleeping super hard, and I was like, wow, this is different. And I started just noticing satiation, lack of cravings, all of that. The second month, I started seeing tons of hair regrowth and skin was tightening. And then people just started asking me what I was doing, which was really, really cool because they saw me all the time in my practice. And they were like, what are you doing? Something's different. And I realized in that moment that people needed this. So I started sharing through my clinic, but really just through everyone. I shared with Carrie Tidwell. I shared with lots and lots of people, just like, this is really something. And what I noticed is it was able to take the standard American eater and help them transition into a more holistic and plant-based lifestyle. People that would never think that they could be capable of something like that otherwise. And so we were bridging and merging this gap between people that want to live in the raw food world to people that eat cheeseburgers, right? And so we were able to like create this beautiful awareness and impact thousands of people now. So in 3.5 years, we've actually impacted thousands of people by connecting in this way. And I went from working 70 hours a week in my clinic, like literally barely ever present with my kids. Like every night I was coming home exhausted and stressed out because I had herb protocols to write and I refused to do. And I was rushing through dinner and bedtime so I could get back on my laptop. And I had this moment of like, this is not it. Like I'm at a ceiling here. I can't make any more money in my clinic unless I raise my prices, which didn't feel good because the public needs this service. And I realized like there was no other way for me. And my pivotal moment was in the pandemic, actually. So in the pandemic, my clinic was deemed non-essential and we were shut down. And I was in Hawaii. Carrie was there too, I believe. I was in Hawaii and I stayed longer than Carrie. She went home. But when I got this notification, I was pregnant with my son. I had my daughter on my hip and my husband called me. We were on the beach and he was like, don't come home. You can't work. Because he had received the letters that were coming in. And I was like, no. Like I had this moment because with my daughter, we lost our maternity leave due to some financial crisis. And I was like, I will, over my dead body, will I lose my last baby that I'm ever going to birth? Will I lose that sacred time after birth? And I decided in that moment that I never wanted the rug pulled out from underneath me and that I had a beautiful online platform that I was going to put to work. And I really started, connecting in with people and saying like, this is something that everybody needs. Everybody needs this nutrition. Everybody needs this platform and nobody can take it away from you. I was in Hawaii, literally matching my clinic income because I decided to work fully online. And in that moment, it changed my whole business. And after that, after he was born, my business continued to uptick. And now we're looking at 3.5 years into being this business. And I've 4x'd my full-time income. And it gave me the opportunity to leave the one-on-one client exchange and open up to opening my own institute, because I had the money that helped me build the infrastructure to own a school to then train others to do this work. So Purium became a beautiful vehicle for me. And that vehicle to really fuel your greater passions and gifts in the world. And now we have over 100 practitioners across the globe. We're actually moving into another 30 are coming in a couple of weeks. And so I just wanted to share that financial piece of how this can serve and elevate your purpose here. And then last but not least, Aline, do you want me to go into some of the soil health? Yeah, okay. So why I chose Purium, because I'm very, very picky. And if you're a regenerative detox specialist, or you're kind of watching this and wondering like, okay, there's a million supplement lines out there. Yes, there is. The supplement industry is actually a $38 billion a year industry. It's massive. So there's a lot of like lack of trust that I have. If you know of like a company called Mamavation was really started to hold companies to this high quality that are saying they're certified organic, but yet they're testing all these certified organic products. And I was blown away by the protein powders that were coming out with off the charts pesticides, glyphosate, all of this. And Mamavation listed Purium as one of the purest companies that exist. And they work in conjunction with the Detox Project, who is the glyphosate project. So that speaks volume, but really it was like me researching the fact that nobody was talking the way they were talking, right? Like every brand I looked at, nobody was talking about soil health, farm to family, crop rotation. And I was like, they're on to something here. So Purium has been in business for 28 years. The owners are Dave and Amy. They are two heart-centered, incredible people. Dave has studied with some of the most famous pioneers in this field, Dr. Bernard Jensen and Rigmore, and really understands, health at the cellular level and at the foundational level. And he saw that we had a massive epidemic of overtoxicity and undernourishment. And so he started with like wheatgrass juice shots 28 years ago, right? This was the beginning of their company. And they slowly developed more and more products that were grown in regenerative soil. So what does that mean? Number one, Dave chooses all of his locations geographically to be encased by mountains, so that there's the rundown from the springs, so that there's mineralization in the soil, and so that they are far away from any other industrial pollution. So they are not getting, overspray and toxins from companies that are nearby. It's really, really beautiful, sacred land. Everything they do is organic, kosher, non-GMO. And the biggest, most important thing they do is nothing is picked until it's vine ripened. So that's a big deal, because I go to my co-op all the time. Local organic, yes, it is, but it's hard as a rock, right? It's completely unripe. And that actually is devoid of nutrients. Think of taking a baby out of the womb. The second you cut the umbilical cord, the nutrition has stopped to that baby, and now the baby needs to be supported externally. But with a plant, the moment you pull it off the vine, it is done receiving nutrients, and it is not actually continuing to ripen off the vine. It's beginning the process of fermentation. And a lot of people don't realize that. So as we have a population that's pretty large. So the reason foods are picked unripe is because they have to be. Like in order to get from the field to a refrigerator truck, to the back of a store, to your fridge, to your table without going bad, they have to pick it a couple weeks early. So how do we fill in this gap, right? And this is why Purium is changing so many lives, is because they get to fill in this gap because of the way they grow. So everything they grow, the moment it's ripe, so the most nutrients off the vine, they're pulling everything out of the soil. It's picked at that moment, and then it's light wind dehydrated at 88 degrees in 80-foot, like large dehydrating units. And they're only dried in the morning or in the evening to maintain this raw, live, organic state, so that none of the mineralization or nutrient content is lost through heat. Most places are sending their stuff off to a facility where it's fast heated, dried, and ground, and put through a product conveyor belt and cross-contaminated. Purium is dried on site, picked up by Purium trucks, brought to the Purium facility, triple tested for purity and potency, and then ground from farm to compostable, biodegradable bag, and then sent to your door. There's no other process like that. And really, the company really believes in the pillars of health is one, your wellness, right? So personal health sovereignty, having your wellness taken care of. Number two, they believe in planetary wellness, because we can't be dumping thousands of pounds of plastic into the earth. Like, we have to live here. And number three is financial wellness is our third pillar. And Dave, grew up with nothing. and was homeless in his life. And so he really believes that financial illness creates disease in people's body. And so he had this big vision to say, hey, why don't we not hire a marketing team? Why don't we take our stuff off of Amazon and out of Whole Foods and all the stores that it's in, and put the power into the hands of the people, put the money into the hands of the people, like girls like me trying to share regenerative health, and I'm losing all my hair and working 70 hours a week, right? So how do we put the money in the hands of the people? Because those are the people that are going to change the world, and to take it out of the hands of the billionaires that are poisoning our air, food, and water systems. So 8 years ago, Purium switched to an affiliate platform. And we have then since then become one of the fastest growing companies in the nation 3 years in a row. So that's all I want to share. Thank you so much for your time. I'm really honored to be partnered with these women. And this is our community. And this is what we're all about, is really shaking the field and changing the world and creating personal health and financial sovereignty for one another.
I love everything you said. Thank you so much. I had chills all over my body. I know, this is truly an alignment, and it's for those who feel in alignment with this mission, with the purpose. And that's what I really love about Purium. It's like together we're so powerful, but when we come, alone we're so powerful, but when we come together like this in a team, like you said, we're changing the world one individual at a time, and with the consciousness of what's behind the company. I love everything about it. And the more I learn about the owners, the more I learn about everything they're doing, even helping autistic kids. I just found out that they have this whole program for, helping families with children with autism, helping them how to eat better and really heal their symptoms. So it's just, every time I learn more about them, I fall in love more and more with everything that we're doing here. And I'm seeing the bigger picture. So thank you so much, Queen Carrie. You have a powerful testimonial, and I'm super happy and honored to be on this team with you. I'm learning so much from you. I'm like taking notes.
I'm so excited you're here. Yes. This is the dream work, right? Like the dream is that we get to partner and align with like-minded individuals. And so all of us together are more powerful. So I'm really honored and grateful you're here, especially with Carrie Tidwell, because she is so special to me. Carrie, you saved my life. So, and now if you think about it, you've helped save thousands of others, because this shows you the power of one voice, right? Carrie was my massage therapist. I went in for a massage and I was in a lot of pain, and from having a flare from lupus, and Carrie just started talking about moving lymph to the kidneys. And I was like, what is this girl talking about? And how does she know this? And I was like, where did you learn this? And what, and I just was so curious, but just Carrie and her confidence of I really think I can help you, even though she was brand new to this. Her one trusting in her inner knowing and sharing this has impacted thousands of people's lives. So I hope that inspires you. I'm going to pass it to Carrie Tidwell. Thank you for being such a beautiful heart in this world, Carrie.
Oh, thank you so much, Carrie. And so I'm a regenerative detox specialist, but I was a massage therapist for over 20 years. And even as a massage therapist, I always thought I want to be able to help people more than just massage. I would hear stories like Carrie's, that people were struggling with their health or autoimmune issues. And I was like, why is this happening? I always asked why. I wanted to know. I knew there was a way to heal. I just didn't have the tools until I learned about regenerative health. So I was also struggling with my health and searching for answers. And I went to health coaching school, and I didn't really feel like I could really help someone get to the root cause after that. And so I was still searching, and that's when I found the work of regenerative detoxification, and it's forever changed my life. And from that moment, I was like, how did I not know this? How is this information not common knowledge? And then I wanted to make it common knowledge. I remember even talking with Carrie about that, how come this isn't? How come people think we're crazy and all these things, I don't know if anyone's tried to change their diet and then they get pushback from, friends and family and those in the community. And anyhow, that happened to me as well. And this was 7 years ago. I was doing it on my own, just trying to figure it out. And then I started working with clients one-on-one because I really wanted to help people more than just massage and really help people get to the root. Because I saw such a significant difference, and I had no idea about the lymphatic system until I learned about this and started to get a lot of congestion out and bringing my body in an optimal condition to really self-heal, getting to the root. And watching Carrie's transformation inspired me to continue to keep connecting in with people. And like Carrie, I could only help so many people in a day. And I was noticing with my practice is a lot of people had a hard time sticking with it, or they felt depleted, or they couldn't really sustain. And so they would do it for a while, and depending on how what their condition was. Some people were really inspired, and some people just went back and forth. And when she brought this, she tried to share this with me. I was actually really hesitant because I was like, no, like I grow my own food. After I learned about like food not being grown in a good way, it made sense to like grow as much as I can. And so I live in Minnesota, and we have a short growing season, and I grow as much fruit and herbs as I can in my backyard. And then I realized, well, not everybody can do that. Not everyone has the time for that or the land for that. And so it kind of humbled me to be like, okay, I'll try it. And when I tried it, I was like, well, this tastes good. What are the ingredients? Because I'm picky. But I did trust Carrie and Rita. But part of me was hesitant because there's so many places that say they're this and they're not, so I just kind of prejudged it. And so once I tried it and then brought it in and shared it with my friends and family and community and started to get the feedback and the people getting the testimonials, I was blown away. Like recently I had my cousin's wife was able to reverse her thyroid condition. They wanted to radiate her thyroid, and I connected with her, brought her on these protocols, and because we use our regenerative health background merged with this, and she was able to get to the root, and all her blood work is completely normal. She doesn't have any side of thyroid anything. She shed 30 pounds naturally, and she said I wouldn't be able to do it without these superfoods, and she's like forever grateful from that. And then sharing it, and now her brother-in-law is inspired to join. So it's like this ripple effect that happens when people see the difference. He's like, whatever you did with her, I want you to do to me because she looks completely different. She looks so vibrant and so healthy. And she can be in the sun now. She said she thought she was allergic to the sun for 15 years. And it was just her body was in such an acidic state. So as she transformed her health, she was able to be in the sun and have a tan for the first time this past summer. And that took like 5 months. And so the beauty of this community is we have a whole platform of support. So we wanted to merge our regenerative health background with this. So we offer 2 live calls a week because we really want to educate and inspire people to understand what's happening in the body, and then offer supportive solutions. So whether you're, just wanting to get to the root of gut health, or clear your skin, we love to meet people where they're at. So it doesn't matter what background you come from, all people are welcome, all backgrounds are welcome, and we just help you to your next best level. So whether you're wanting to just clean up your diet, to go to a juice fast, like we have everything in between, we can help prepare you and transition to get there. And I'm noticing I'm now on a juice fast myself, and I did like a couple 40-day ones years ago before I had my son, and I feel even better on this one because I'm more supported. And so I'll be happy to share different tips. We have a whole community doing a transformation together this January, and it's all supported by multiple detox specialists that are going to be sharing different daily tips and tricks and recipes and things to help move forward. And so I'm so forever grateful for this platform, as it has allowed me to not just work with clients one-on-one, to work in a collaborative way with other people that speak the same language, that really want to make a difference. And now I'm able to not do massage. I don't have to do massage unless I want to. And that feels really good and freeing, that I can work from anywhere and create a platform that gives me that financial freedom to now link arms with people who really want to make a difference. And you don't have to be a detox specialist. You don't have to be a health professional. If you're passionate about health and you're wanting to share it, there's a couple ways to connect in with Aline and get support. Like whether you just want to do a transformation and experience it yourself, she can give you more information on that, and even a discount code to connect in with what our protocols are. And if you're wanting to like partner, you can let her know that too, because there's another way you can connect in with this community and share it. And this is like my dream. I really want to make this common knowledge, and I can't do it alone. We need more people to share what's possible. And so I know not everybody wants to change their diet. So this is for people who do want to change and get the support and the nourishing support, as well as our help as far as like connecting in and supporting through protocols. And so I'm forever grateful for this community, this platform. And yeah, I'll pass it to Terry to share her story. And she was someone that I connected with that I met through the social media. And I saw that she went to school at Dr. Morse, and I connected with her to just share. I was curious, what is she doing and how is she working with people? And this is another way we can all work together and have another tool of support for people who are struggling and need a little extra support. So Terry has an amazing health story of what she's doing, and I'll pass it to you, Terry.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. And thank you, Carrie. There's both Carries on here. I'm so grateful for both of you and all the support you give me. And yes, I did meet Carrie online. A little bit about my story. So back in 2008, I had a little scare in my breast. They found a lump, and of course they freaked me out, and I got very scared. And so I did everything I could to research health and how could, if this was something serious, what could I do? Because I didn't want to go, surgery or Western route. I would definitely never, ever take, chemo or any of that stuff. So I started researching and researching, and I just kind of knew my body. I just kind of felt that there was nothing wrong. And I was right, there was not. So thank God that was clear. I didn't have any cancer or anything like that. So I just kept researching I just knew that, the body can heal itself. So I just got really into health, and I found Dr. Morse online, and I just love him and studied under him. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I want to help people. That's what I really have a passion for. And I'm a real estate agent, full time. And I just didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, yeah, I went to school, but now what do I do? And I was kind of scared to help people. And so Carrie reached out to me online, and I'm like, wow, I was so happy to hear from her. And she's like, I think I have something that might help you, if you're wanting to help people, because she knew I really wanted to help people, but I just didn't know how. And when she told me, what she was doing, I'm like, yeah, sign me up, man. I want to do this because I need help. I need support. I need help. So I was super excited, and I still am very excited. I love this platform, and I'm really, I love it so much because it is allowing me to help other people. I'm helping some people now that, are really transitioning from a very sad diet to a healthier lifestyle. And I do eat a lot of fruit. That's, I try to go mostly raw, and I eat a little bit of cooked food, but this is allowing me to stay more on raw. And I really want raw because I feel nourished. And I was having a lot of, I went through menopause last year, and I was having a lot of hot flashes and things like that, but not anymore. I feel amazing. I have so much energy, and I feel really great. And so I really love these products. I love this community. And I think it's just a great way to transition people into a healthy lifestyle and stay on a healthy lifestyle. So I love it. And so, yeah, it's great. And I'm so excited to work with all of you. And I'm so excited to have Aline here, and she's amazing. And we're going to have help a lot of people. I just know. So yeah, thanks for coming on, and anytime, any support, any questions you have, please reach out. And I'm glad you guys are here.
Thank you so much for sharing your powerful testimony too, both of you. It's just, you inspire me so much to step more into my leadership, to step more into my role as a teacher, as a supporter, as a helper, and it's not so much about selling, and that's what I love about this company too. It's really about sharing what's been working for us from a place of like authenticity, and it is authenticity. It's like I like to say it. It's like when you find something that works for you and that helps you so much, shrink tumors, help your cousin, like not go through chemotherapy. It's unbelievable, the medical system, what they're doing to us and how they're brainwashing us, and they're disempowering us. So what we're doing is like giving back the power, letting them see that they have the power within and to heal themselves. It's unbelievable. It's really beautiful. It really saddens me. One of my missions is to really help people come off of those pharmaceuticals and come off of those those toxic medications that are really killing them, and destroying the gut completely. So, you reaching out to me has really shown me how when somebody is ready, then they will come my way, you know what I mean? Well, our way, not my way, but like, I need to continue to share it, because it's almost like doing a disservice to others to not at least present this to them, not at least open the door and say, hey, this is available to you. There's so much pressure from the other side, right? All these commercials on TV, all this fast food, all this programming. So it's important that all of us come together and really, share it more. So you inspire me so much, because look at all the lives that you're touching. And I really want to do that. That is my mission, my purpose. And I cannot be physically in people's homes, but this is a way to kind of be in their homes and kind of support them and their families and their children. I have a very picky daughter, like she's very picky with what she eats. So this is a way every day. I know she's getting her superfoods. I know she's getting that, foundation of nutrients. And, I've seen her too, like transition to more healthier lifestyle, not being so hungry. I give her the aminos, I give her the biometric, the enzymes, and she loves it too. Sometimes the shakes too. She likes the Epigenius kids. So, it's my dad swears by it. He was losing his hair too. He's 67 years old. He has a full head of hair. He's been taking them for like 3-4 years, and he looks young. And, he changed his lifestyle too. He's vegan now. And he's just, people can't believe when they look at him, 67, everybody thinks he's my husband, and he's 40. I'm like, no, it's my dad. All the time. He looks very, very young, fit. So these products really work. And this community is incredible. And the amount of support that we get, you are always answering my questions, always answering my team, and really present and involved and engaged with all of us. So that means a lot to me and to my team. And I look forward to growing more with you and getting to know both of you better and really rising up. Me too. My dream is to, be completely financially independent with the help of this platform. So I am super excited to be here, and thank you so much for your time and energy sharing with our community.
Yeah, thank you, Aline. And also just want to share, this is, a lot of people maybe are struggling with health and don't know there's another way. And so this is just another way. It's not the only way, but it's a really supportive way. And I'm so grateful to share it and collaborate in this way together. So thank you. And thank you for taking amazing care of yourself and showing what's possible when we do. And so, yeah, I'm excited to continue the journey together.
Yes. Thank you so much. So if anybody is resonating with this, reach out to me, and I'd love to share some more information with you and give you a $50 gift code on your first purchase and tell you more about our transformations and all that we have available. So thank you so much, beautiful queens. I will see you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Terry.
Bye.
Thank you, Queen Terry. Bye.